Picture a superhero in your mind. You're imagining someone incredibly strong, wearing a brightly colored cape and standing on top of a mountain. But when the book of Isaiah describes the rescuer God promised, someone called his servant, the image is completely different. The text says this servant had no beauty or majesty to attract anyone's attention. Instead of being cheered by adoring crowds, this servant was ignored. He was despised, rejected, and treated like someone people would rather hide their faces from. To understand why, we look at the core problem. Every one of us makes mistakes and wanders off the right path. The text compares human behavior to sheep that have gone astray, with each of us turning to our own way. We naturally expect to face the consequences for those mistakes. But instead of letting us take the punishment, the Lord took the weight of all our wrongs and laid them onto this servant. And how did the servant react to taking a punishment he didn't deserve? He didn't complain or fight back. He was led away like a lamb going to be sheared, remaining completely silent. Since the servant willingly stood in our place and took the strikes meant for us, the debt is settled. By carrying those wounds on his own body, he leaves us with nothing but wholeness and a peace we didn't have to earn. This is how the rescue is finished. Once you've been pulled out of danger, you need a place to stay. In the very next chapter, Isaiah 54, God gives an instruction. He tells his people to enlarge the place of their tent and to stretch the curtains wide. God is bringing back so many rescued people that a normal, everyday tent wouldn't have enough room to hold them all. He isn't just making minor adjustments to a temporary shelter. God is upgrading his people's home from a fragile tent into a permanent, incredible fortress city. The building materials he promises to use for this new city are amazing. The text describes laying foundations made of bright blue lapis lazuli and building walls out of precious stones. The exterior is designed to glitter. Even the defensive battlements will be made of red rubies, and the heavy city gates will be carved out of sparkling jewels. This sparkling jewel city is a beautiful image, but it represents something deeper: God's total, permanent protection over our lives. Human structures, no matter how well built, can fall down. You can watch the most massive physical mountains shake and crack apart, crumbling into dust. God promises that his kindness is a fixed point. Even if the hills are removed, his love and his unbreakable promise of peace will never be shaken or taken away from you. He even provides a specific guarantee for this safety, stating clearly that absolutely no weapon forged against you will ever prevail. Living surrounded by that kind of love means you are perfectly and permanently safe. It is like living inside an indestructible castle. Now that we are rescued and safe inside the castle, the focus shifts to a celebration. God sends out a loud, open invitation. Come, all you who are thirsty. The menu for this feast includes the richest food, fresh milk, and fine wine. But there is a surprise. The cost to get in is zero. He tells people who have no money to come, buy, and eat. This feast is God's way of offering life and a fresh start. It is something so valuable it can't be bought, only accepted as a gift. Why would anyone give away something so valuable and ask for nothing in return? God explains that his ways and thoughts are completely different from how humans think and act. This diagram shows the distance from the ground beneath our feet up into the highest heavens, illustrating how much higher his thoughts are. He compares his word to rain falling from those heavens, watering the dirt so a seedling sprouts. Just as the rain is guaranteed to make seeds grow into food, God's word is guaranteed to accomplish exactly what he wants. It never returns empty. Because his word is perfectly reliable, his promise to forgive us and love us for free will never fail. Accepting this invitation creates a beautiful result. The text says people will go out with incredible joy and be led forward in peace. Even nature joins in this celebration. The mountains and hills burst into song, and the trees act like humans, clapping their hands together. This joy isn't temporary. It is a permanent sign that will endure forever, pointing directly back to the Lord's goodness. God sent his servant to rescue us. He built an unbreakable castle to protect us. And his joyful feast is an invitation that is open to everyone, right now.